Good day! Our next lesson is the Egyptian number system. Early Egyptians started to record the patterns of lunar phases and the seasons for agricultural and religious reasons as early as 6000 BCE, when they settled along the Fertile Valley. They also developed measurements for land and building based on body parts such as the palm, width of the hand, a cubit, measurement from elbow to fingertips, a decimal numeric system using 10 fingers, and around 2000 to 1800 BCE, the oldest mathematical text from ancient Egypt was discovered. It is called the Moscow Papyrus. This writing material of ancient times came from the plant from it was made, the papyrus. On 1650 BCE, an 18 feet long and 13-inch wide kind of instruction manual in arithmetic and geometry where multiplication and divisions were carried out was discovered. This is called the Rind Papyrus or Ams Papyrus. Meanwhile, the Berlin Papyrus, which shows the ancient Egyptians could solve second-order algebraic quadratic, was found around 1300 BCE. The image shows the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphic numerals. Hieroglyphs are little pictures representing words. The following are the hieroglyphic symbols and their equivalent. For units, stroke. Tens, heel bone symbol. For hundreds, a coil of rope. For thousand, the lotus plant. For 10,000, the finger. And for 100,000, the bird or frog. And for million, God. This base 10 numeration system was fully developed as early as 2700 BCE or probably even much earlier. What the system lacks, however, is the concept of place value. To write a number in ancient hieroglyphics, you write down the right symbols for the number, or you write it all in a row instead of up and down, as seen in the given example. So we have two birds, one finger, three lotus flower or lotus plant, three heel bones. It stood for 213,030 because 2 times 100,000 plus 1 times 10,000 plus 3 times 1,000 plus 3 times 10 equals 213,030. This also means that you count how many symbols of each form are in the numerical expressions as you add and subtract them, and then rewrite them with the resulting number of symbols. For example, 5 coils of rope, 2 heel bones, 7 strokes, plus 4 heel bones, 2 strokes, that is 527 plus 42 equals 569. And 2 fingers, 3 lotus plant, 5 coils of rope, 3 heel bones, 1 stroke, minus 2 fingers, 2 lotus plant, 3 coils of rope, 1 heel bone, and 1 stroke. That is actually 22,531 minus 22,311 is equal to 1,220. Here, you can see that the subtraction in ancient Egyptian symbols is very similar to our subtraction today. You can just erase the symbols that get subtracted. However, if you do not have enough symbols to erase, you may have to regroup. For example, 4 lotus plants, 2 coils of rope, 2 heel bones, 1 stroke, minus 2 lotus plants, 1 coil of rope, 1 heel bone, 3 strokes is equal to unknown. There are not enough ones, so we have to regroup by writing the heel bone as 10 strokes and finish the subtraction. Going back to the problem, we have substituting 1 heel bone to 10 strokes, we can now cancel out. Thus, the answer to the problem is 2 lotus plants, 1 coil of rope, and 8 strokes. The technique of multiplication is often called doubling and halving or Russian peasant multiplication. Follow these steps to multiply two numbers by doubling and halving. For example, 56 times 90. Put each number at the top of one of two columns that are side by side. Entries from one column are doubled and the others are split by 2. Place the smaller number at the top of the left column to shorten the calculation and format the problem as seen in the example. And use dividing to generate the other entries in that column as directed. In the left column, construct entries by halving the number in the row above it and discarding the remainder. Please stop at 1 or 0. In the right column, construct the entries by doubling the number in the row above it. Stop if all the rows in the left column have been matched. Note, use the expression add it to itself from reference and internet sources to get the next number instead of doubling the number to get the next number. To identify the matching numbers in the right column to add, use the odd numbers in the left column. So you have to look at the odd numbers in the left column. The odd numbers are, or the odd multiplicand are 7, 3, and 1. And you just get the multiplier matched with the odd multiplicand. In the right column, add the doubles that fit the defined powers of 2 from the left column. That's why the sum of the matched multiplicands is 5040, which is the product of 56 times 90. By repeated subtraction, the division can be completed. This algorithm will also complete the division. So as you can see, 200 minus 50 is 150, 150 minus 50 is 100, 100 minus 50 is 50, and 50 minus 50 is 0. Therefore, the quotient is 4. But there is also another algorithm to find the quotient in the division. Step number 1, using two columns of numbers side by side, there will be powers of 2 and finally a quotient in the left column. Multiples of the divisor would be in the right column. More columns of checks or marks and defined doubles can be put as desired by the scribe. Start from the top of the left column and fill the column with powers of 2 until the dividend has been attained. Place the divider in the top row of the right column. In the right column, create the remaining entries by doubling the number in the row above it. Stop when the double is as high as the dividend. This is now the tough task. In the right column, find and verify or mark doubles so that their sum is the dividend. The quotient is the sum of the indicated left column powers of the two. So you see, 200 divided by 50 is equal to 4. This is now 300 over 10 following the algorithm. So using the two columns of numbers side by side, we'll have to start from the top of the left column and fill the column with the powers of 2 until the dividend has been attached. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. And we have on the other hand 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, and 320. So we have to find and verify or mark the doubles so that their sum is the dividend. So we have 20 plus 40 plus 80 plus 160 is 300. And 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 is equal to 30. Therefore, the quotient is 30.